Hi everyone, in this video let's talk about work pressure. A lot of people who approach me, especially people who have just got started, let's say they have 1 year or 2 years or 3 years of experience, they approach me with this question that we are under a lot of work pressure. We are working continuously for 10 hours per day, 12 hours per day. Is this going to continue? Is this how IT industry works? Will we always be under this kind of pressure? So they are worried that, okay, it is just 2-3 years of their job. Is it really going to be like this? And they also have a question that one of my friend, for example, works in another company, but they are enjoying, they are chilling out there, right? So is it really something that I should consider? Should I switch my job and join that company because over there the work pressure is less? So these are the kind of questions that a lot of people have when they especially get started and they are just 1 or 2 years or maybe a little more than that in the industry. So here is the answer. First of all, in the IT world, especially if you are working in a service company, there will be no stable work. There will be always ups and downs. If you are working for a startup, believe me, the work pressure will be a little more because startups have a very lean team structure generally and they want to get products rolled out sooner. So the kind of work pressure in startups will be more. As compared to a product company or an investment bank where there will be work pressure, but it will be a lot more organized, which means in product companies or banks, they outsource work to service companies, right? And they keep some core work with themselves. So there are high chances that in a product company, as compared to startups or service companies, the work pressure may be less. And I'm saying may be less, which means there is no guarantee. Now, having said that, it also means that there is no standard answer to this question that because you are working in X company, the pressure is high, or because you are working in Y company, the pressure is low. It never works like that. It is just that because you are in that particular project and in that particular project at that particular time, there is a lot of work. Now, there can be variety of reasons behind this. If you ask why, you will figure out that probably there is more work because your company got a deal which was very competitive and they won the deal at a very competitive price, which means now in order for them to deliver this particular work and also be profitable, they can't put really a lot of people on the job, which means you might end up doing more than one person's job. Okay, this is typically true in scenarios where service companies win a lot of deals and they are under pressure to deliver it successfully as well as make profits. And that's where they kind of have lean teams or have teams in which they have a lot of junior people and stuff like that, right? So that's why you might be under pressure because of understaffing. So nobody generally speaks about these things, but if you observe, generically this may not be true, but in pockets, this is definitely true. Second reason why you may be under pressure is because you are in the wrong job. Because you are doing a coding role while you may be good in something else. You may be a very good UI designer. You may be a very good business analyst, but you've got the job of coding. So if you are in the wrong job, you will certainly feel pressure. And you may not identify that in your first project or second project. It takes a little while for you to figure out that probably I'm not that great in this kind of work. And if I probably get into some other kind of role, I will probably be a lot more comfortable. So that is second reason of work pressure. Third reason of work pressure is unrealistic expectations. Where do these unrealistic expectations come from? These unrealistic expectations come from your bosses. Sometimes the bosses are unreasonable and sometimes it is the clients. The clients are unreasonable. And can you control such things? Very rarely. Very rarely can you control a client expectation. Even if the client is unreasonable, most times companies don't have the spine or don't have the ability to go back and tell that to the customer, right? So at the end of the day, what happens is, as an employee, you get overstressed because the client wants you to deliver something which was supposed to be done in 2 weeks. They want you to do in 1 week. Things like that. Again, it is not generically true, but it is true in a lot of pockets. So having said all of this, if you are really feeling pressurized, what can you do? So first of all, identify what is the reason. Is it unreasonable expectation? Is it your skill issue, your competency issue? Or is it because your company got a bad deal and you are kind of now struggling with less hands to deliver that? First of all, find out what is the reason. It can be one of these or it can be something else as well. And then observe a pattern. Is it a pattern or is it one time? Because sometimes it can be a one-time project. It can be a 3 months project where you really need to work hard round the clock and deliver it. So that's fine. Sometimes people want to adjust. But if it is not one time, if it is reoccurring, because you can't be a firefighter for all your life. You can't just work around the clock all your life. You can deliver it maybe once in a year for 3 months or 2 months or whatever is comfortable for you. You can stretch and adjust your personal things. It also depends on your phase of life, where you are. Do you have a lot of family responsibility? How much time can you devote outside your working hours and all of that? And that's different for different people. There's no single formula for everyone. But observe a pattern is what I'm telling you. If it is because of your own skill set, your own competency, then it is worthwhile for you to figure out what works for you better and then slowly plan to transition into that role. For example, at one point in time, I was into coding role and I realized I'm not that great in coding. And if I continue in coding, I'll struggle. And that's how I slowly started to transition into roles which were more into analysis, support, and all of that, right? So figure out that for yourself. Second is, if you think that in your workplace you are getting unreasonable expectations on an ongoing basis, then you definitely want to switch to another project. Look out for opportunities within the same company, same department, where you can switch. Of course, there is no guarantee that when you join a new project, the same problem will not happen there. But yes, it's at least better to try rather than to suck or suffer in the same place for a long time. And thirdly, if you observe that your company is working in a fashion where they are putting you under pressure knowingly, which means they are not staffing the team properly, if they are not having enough resources with the right skill set and right seniority, etc., then you know that you are not working at the right place. And this will not probably help you with your mental well-being in the long run. Okay, so these are some practical ways of assessing the situation. Never get influenced by some other person saying, in my company, there is a lot of work-life balance. It never is. It is never true generically. All right, I hope this helps. If you found this useful, please share it in your network. Hit the like button and let me know your thoughts and comments. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.